J-Drone here. We're out with my Makerfire goggles. Bugs 3 that I have modded. I did this mod a while ago, and I've actually never flown this with goggles. I've flown FPV with a screen that is adjustable up and down camera. It does also have the capabilities to pop the top off, put an SD card in it, and go. And then, like I told you guys, it doesn't matter what Bugs 3 controller you have. This is the Drocon one. It's going to pair right up to that. I don't know. We'll try to, let's see here. We could probably set this maybe like right here and catch me plugging this in. So hopefully that's catching me plugging this in. We're just going to plug that in there and then we'll lift this back up. If that didn't catch it, I apologize. And then we're just going to turn this on. As you see, we have solid, and just to show you, bam. And we're going to shut those motors down. And we are going to turn our goggles on simply by holding the power button. You actually have to hold that for a couple seconds, and then they should turn on. As you can see in here, we have all types of static, so we're going to need to hit the search button up top, which is this button, and you just press that once and it scans, and we found our channel. So all right guys, we're gonna take this for a fly. I'm not recording on board the Bugs. We are gonna be recording through the goggles, and I'm dealing with a little bit of wind, nothing crazy, nothing that the Bugs can't handle, but I've never flown this FPV before, so wish me luck. Hopefully we don't lose it. All right guys, here we go. This is what I see in my goggles. This was recorded from the goggles. And bam, as you see, kind of did a little bounce up. You really have to be aware of your throttle positioning on this. The Bugs is a really punchy drone. It likes to climb, it likes to go up high, and if you are not very precise and moving your left stick with precision, you're probably going to go up way too high or come down way too low. So you need to be aware of that. This is the third run that I did with this. The first two runs were literally maybe a half minute too long. That I really didn't crash anything, but I dropped it in high grass and I had to go find it. And the way that I found it was simply just shutting off the motors and firing the motors and listening to it. There's a little valley right there that I call the Abyss. We're just going to give this a cruise here, get a really good feel for this. I'm really not looking for speed on this. I'm looking for control. I'm used to flying whoops. I'm used to flying small drones. The biggest drone that I've flown FPV was the Cyclone, but that was brushed. I'm used to flying smaller drones with FPV. And I'm used to flying in kind of like an obstacle course where I went to the park and I'm flying through gaps, or I'm at a car wash and I'm flying in and out of bay stalls, just literally burning through, trying to hit gaps and whatnot. This is a completely different story. This I have wide open. Once you go up so high, there's really not much detail besides this road here. So we're actually going to follow this road out, and you'll kind of see the range that I'm getting from the stock camera on the Bugs 3 here. It's the Bugs 6 and the Bugs 8 stock camera that I have rammed in its grill. At this point here, it gets really fuzzy. There is a small possibility that I might have been able to go further and it might have been able to clear it up, but I didn't want to take the chance because for maybe about a half a second to a second, I was blind. And I didn't really want to take a chance of me losing it that far and having to go look for it. And there I am down there. Again, we're just cruising around. We're just really getting a feel for being behind the goggles on a brushless drone that really hauls if you make it haul. You guys have seen me fly this line of sight, and I can fly this line of sight like a speed demon. We're not doing that with this just because, again, one, it seems I'm limited to my FPV transmission in front of my face to the camera here, that we're actually not going to get great range. The drone itself gets great range, but the stock Bug 6 and Bug 8 camera obviously is not outputting enough signal for me to go much further than I've already shown you. And we will go down the road again and we'll show you a little bit further. As I do climb up a little bit higher, I'm able to go a little bit further, and there's just a little shot of me right there. I don't find it nauseating standing. I know a lot of people have to sit down, or say they have to sit down, or they move back and forth when they're standing. I'm good. I could stand, I can kneel, I could sit down. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. So this is really fun. It's challenging. It definitely is challenging. I'm also dealing with a wind, maybe like the 5 to 6 mile an hour wind that you heard in the beginning, and you saw the wind kind of pushing over. That's nothing for the bugs. And there we go. We got a little bit further as we went up a little bit higher, but we didn't get extreme distance. I would really like half a mile distance, even further than that. I doubt that was a quarter mile. I'm gonna say maybe that was 200 meters, 300 meters tops. So I have a camera. You guys have seen me throw the camera on the Cyclone. That camera goes much further than this goes with the goggles. So we're definitely going to have to do that with the Bugs 3 and see if we could go a little bit further. See, because once I could get decent range, then I could start working on speed with this. Then I could start kind of powerhousing to where I want to go and not have to worry about if I'm going to be able to see it via FPV and then powerhouse back and actually start gaining some speed. Do I suggest you doing that on your first run out? If you are not familiar with flying a very fast drone behind goggles, I don't suggest you doing that. I really suggest you doing what I'm doing here. And if you're going to fly in the cold, it's going to make this more difficult to do because your hands kind of lock up. And as you saw in the beginning, I'm wearing gloves, but they're fingerless gloves. That way I have precision grip on my toggles here, on my controls here. That way I was able to do what you're seeing me do. I know to some people this isn't going to be a really impressive flight that have been flying FPV forever. I haven't been flying FPV forever. And what I learned on was a whoop. This is the largest and probably the most powerful thing that I've flown behind goggles. And again, it doesn't have a great camera transmission to my goggles where I'm not getting epic range. One good thing about the Bugs 3, the Bugs 6 will be the same thing. They do have low voltage warnings. So you're not going to see it on display here, but you will hear your controller start beeping. And once you hear your controller start beeping, you'll know, hey, it's time to come back, it's time to land. That is an excellent feature that Bugs did on the 6, 8, and 3. So, and the Bugs 2 they did that as well with, but you're probably really not going to fly that FPV, although I've had one of my, I had the Bugs 2 set up FPV, and that's what I clocked one of my cameras a half a mile. So we're just going to go out here a little bit further again and just show you a little bit of the range here. I mean, we're up probably maybe 20 to 40 meters tops, and we're probably getting around 200 to 300 meters about right there, and it starts to break up pretty heavy. So that's what you can look forward to as far as the range goes with the I can't remember what the camera's called. There is a name on the camera, but it's essentially the stock Bug 6 and 8 camera. And as you see, I kind of kill throttle a little bit too quickly there. I heard the beeping going on, so I almost kind of panicked where I came down too quick, and we did a free fall, but we caught it, and we're gonna land it here, guys. I'm J Drone. If you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and check out Drone Days on Facebook. All right, guys, take care.